Alright guys, so I'm taking a look at a walkie-talkie set. This particular set is a 3-pack. You can get these, I believe, in a 2-pack as well, and they have some different colors available, so you can kind of choose which one fits you best. So I'm going to be very upfront. I am not proficient in these or any other walkie-talkie, just to be honest with you, but at least this will give you an idea about some of the features. You can also have this video just to give you an idea of what's available. Maybe you had been thinking about it and see this, and it gives you an idea, something you can check out, and you find that it'll work for you. So that said, just give you like a little brief overview. Real quick, what I really like about these, and the main reason I wanted to have these, is there are times in the past, and hopefully there'll be more in the future with health concerns. That's not as much of an opportunity as it used to be, but not your problem there to worry about. So I used to go on these trips, and we would do some driving events, and we'd have walkie-talkies for the lead car. Sometimes we'd have them in the middle pack, back of the pack, and things like that. And a lot of times we only had 2, because most of the time you find them in 2-packs, but because we had one in the front, one in the back, and somewhere in the middle we had someone, it was always ideal to have 3. Now, buying 3 at one time, that obviously would be the easier solution. So that's great. That's number 1. Really like that aspect. The other part, and probably my favorite part, is that these are USB rechargeable. And that means that whether I'm in the car or at the hotel, I can charge them, have them plugged in, and not have to worry about it, because that was also a big thing, carrying a bunch of extra batteries, so that over the course of several days and multiple hours, you'd have to constantly be replacing batteries and everything if you were leaving them on and everything. And some of the older ones didn't really have a good battery management. These have sort of an automatic sleep feature where they kind of go into a power save mode. I think it's like 3 minutes or so. So not very long, that you're going to be sitting there just chewing through battery power. And the other beautiful thing is these actually include batteries. Each one of the walkie-talkies requires 3 AA batteries, and each one has a battery set included, so you have 9 batteries. So let me show you what's included. First, this is the USB charging cable and the little brick that they supply, so that you can actually plug this up and charge it. And here's the cool part about that, and I actually have them plugged in right now. The cable charges all 3 simultaneously. So that's really convenient. Take up one USB port. Even if you're in the car using your cigarette lighter or some kind of an adapter in the car, you don't have to worry about wasting a bunch of ports in your car, because most people have 1, maybe 2, generally. The other thing is a lanyard is included. What I actually like, I know it's silly because it's a lanyard, but I like the way that they did these. As you can see here, this is a push button. So if you push this, the ring snaps off, and there's a little tab right there that kind of locks it in place. So that's really cool. I like that they made an innovative lanyard design. And of course you have a blue, which it doesn't exactly match the color, but it's not that big a deal. But you have a blue to go with the blue, a green for the green, and a silver or gray for the silver. Okay, you have a sort of a little free gift offer and a really super quick start guide, if you will. It's kind of a quick start guide. And then you have a user manual. Now this is going to go through all the information, like the NOAA weather, the push to talk, obviously, the privacy codes, frequencies, and things. Like I said, those are things that I'm not super proficient in, but I've never really needed a lot of that stuff. But I do like the weather aspect of this, because if you're in certain areas, the weather can really sneak up on you. So, that's kind of a thing to kind of be concerned about. So, all right. Now I have one of these open, this one. So I wanted to have this open so you can see that's what the back looks like. And of course you have your battery cover and your belt clip, which is also where your lanyard will attach. That little area right there, that's where your lanyard will attach. And this has a little clip, and this has a little clip down in here. So basically, when it's on, you just push down on this clip, and this will slide right off. So it just pops off. So very easy. Now, these do have a dedicated button for the NOAA, for the weather. You also have your up and down button, your menu and power button, of course your LCD screen here, your push to talk button on the side. You can of course adjust the volumes and everything, and you have a call lock button, so if you don't want to have accidental operations with pushing the button, especially if you're getting in and out of a car or hiking or something, and maybe it's in a bag or in a pocket and it's getting pushed up against, if you're not using the included lanyard. So a couple of hours charge, about 3-hour charge, 48 hours of standby time. Here's your charging port here on the bottom, micro USB. But yeah, little rubber buttons. If I turn this on, you can see and you can hear. So it's very, very easily audible. Now I'm not going to key two of them up and have both of them on here at the same time, because in close proximity, just push and hold to turn it on, push and hold to turn it off. In close proximity, you're going to get a lot of feedback and everything, of course. Now the range on these are going to vary. You can go anywhere from like a mile, or you could just be like in the next room type thing, obviously. But in a mile, generally they're rated for like about a mile in neighborhoods where there's going to be a lot of homes, cars, other obstructions, fences, and different things. If you're in the mountains and you're going to dealing with hills and valleys and everything, their rating is up to 16 miles. Now I don't have. Where I live, it's definitely not mountainous, but it's not super flat either. So I don't have the ability to test any like super long ranges. A couple miles, no problem, and fine. Everything seems clear, voice and speaker and everything. So no problem, no issues, no worries in that regard. But I don't have any mountains or any like long distance 16-mile potential testing facility, if you will, mountain ranges and valleys and such, myself, unfortunately. But hopefully I will make it back to the mountains. I say health issues maybe allowing for, that used to be a few times a year. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of introduce that to you really quickly. I don't know that there's really any demonstration I can do on video that I can think of that would work out really well. But that's basically what's included, and again, it gives you an idea of what to expect. If you want to see the box they come in, it's pretty well packaged, no damage. This was wrapped in sort of a plastic type cover, like a white plastic bag of sorts that's nothing else, but it's very solid as far as the box itself. No damage whatsoever to the actual radios themselves, and all of them work fine. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of introduce that to you, more so maybe an intro more than a review, because again, there's a lot of functionality that I'll never use, but you can go through and look at the Amazon listing. They actually detail some things pretty good there to give you some more information about that. I don't have a need for a lot of the functionality. I basically just want to push it, talk, and I like having the option to go with the weather. And of course the USB recharging is the biggest factor, and not having to waste a lot of space because of the actual cable. Now obviously the good thing also is because it's just micro USB, you can utilize your own cable. So if you're passing these out to people and you have this cable or you don't have this cable, either way somebody's going to probably have a micro USB cable, or they're readily available, so you can charge it very easily. So hopefully you found at least some of that useful. There is a low battery indicator. There's also a tone. So you can see when I turned it on, there's, it's pretty easily viewable. And there's a little blue LED, so if you're doing this at night, you're going to be able to see. But yeah, overall, it's pretty easy. You definitely can hear everything. You got the audible. There's a lot of options available that you can adjust with the menu. If you wanted to go through it, I'm not going to try to go through that. It's too small for me to see really well because of vision problems that I have, but overall it is very easily visible, I think, for most people, and even I can see what I really need to see for the most part, so not a big problem. but there's going to be a link below. You can check out some of the other colors, sets, and pricing. Figure out some of the other features if there's something that's important to you, specific to walkie-talkies and what they offer, with the privacy codes and different things, and things like 22 channels these offer. So the other thing, you can also talk with other radios on the same channel. So even if you don't have a set of 3 and you want to talk to other people, you can do that. So overall, just really nice to have. Okay, hopefully you find that useful. I think I rambled a little too long. Sorry about that, but thanks for watching.